This is something I wanted to do for a while. I just want to go step by step through this process that I've been putting myself through, which is using Universal Audio Luna for pretty much every tracking session that comes through here. I haven't exactly mixed everything that's come through here through Luna, but anything that's tracked gets tracked and mixed in Luna just to see how it goes. Today I'm taking a look at these drums. I just had this band come in recently, Roser from Lowell, Massachusetts, really great band. And one of the things I was really looking forward to this time around was tracking drums. The last time that they had come here was like June of 2021. And I used Pro Tools, and Pro Tools was great. No problem with Pro Tools, but this was something new and something that was more integrated with my hardware, so I was just like, let's just go whole hog into this and see how it goes. Okay, so this is just going to be a general overview of Luna. It looks like pretty much every other DAW out there. I'm just going to show you how it's integrated with my hardware and kind of like what my approaches were with tracking in Luna. And I'm going to go through this from a intermediate sort of point of view, not really a beginner sort of view. So like, you're watching this, hopefully you've had experience with DAWs and you kind of know the lay of the land or whatnot. Anyway, so Luna is pretty much set up like every other DAW. We've got the inputs up here. So if I had armed these for recording, the inputs would be active. Since we're in the mixing stage, I don't need to do that. Utility, there's a trim function here, phase, delay, and also I have a side chain set up here for the kick drum. Tape, I'm using the Studer 800 tape, and right here you can see I just have it a little bit above 0 just because of the way that the drummer is playing. Okay, so the console is like the big deal here, the big workflow deal here. We've got, our ends, our preamp pad, phase, high pass. We've got our filtering here. We've got our dynamics, our gate, and then we have two types of EQ. So be sure that I have the right ones here. So full featured console emulation, and very well thought out, very well laid out. If you're familiar with a console or with 500 series gear, this will be like secondhand to you. And I have all of my drum elements going to a drum bus, and of course on the drum bus there's just a API 2500 compressor. Now, I don't really have any other inserts going on here. I'm using the console emulation for pretty much all of the drum stuff. So we're going to find out what that sounds like. Okay, let's go through the drum sound. I'm just going to play the drums without the API Vision emulation. And let's just see how that sounds. All right, great. Let's listen to it with the Vision Console emulation. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, let's listen to each kit piece on its own. Here's the kick. I'm using the 560L EQ here, and I'm just cutting out 250 hertz. which is a nice little thumpy secret that I learned a long time ago. All right, here is kick out. So kick in is a AKG D112, and kick out is an ADK Thor in cardioid, just outside the drum shell. Taking off a lot of low end here. This is what it sounds like otherwise. And that's together. Let's listen to the snare. It's pretty much just the snare. It's an SM57 on the top. Toms. There's a lot of thump going on there in that low. Let's see here. I'm not hearing the tom ring out as much at the beginning there, so it's good. All right, let's listen to the overheads. If I wanted to, I could compress these. I'm not sure that compressing them is really adding or detracting from the sound, so I'm just going to leave them as they were before. I was very happy with them. And let's listen to the drums with an instrument like the bass. All right, that sounds pretty good. Okay, let's listen to the entire band. The drums, the bass, both guitars. Let's see how that sounds. Okay, let's listen to the emulation, the console emulation on all of the tracks, and see what it sounds like with and without it. I'm going to start with. All right, that sounds pretty good. I don't know what to say. I am personally just really happy with how easy it is to track where the where the DAW integrates fully with my interface. I love the ergonomics of the console and the summing. It's just like I'm able to work very quickly. I'm able to listen critically, but also make decisions very fast and not have to go searching for plugins. Like everything that I like to use is right here in front of me. I'm just really, really satisfied with the experience that I've had so far. Now, what about the bad? What about the things that aren't great? Well, I don't know. I don't know if there's a lot of bad stuff either, other than I did have a corrupt database issue a couple weeks ago, and now I save and back up everything every day. And I'm just really, really on top of that. But a simple reinstall took about 5 minutes, and it was back up and running, and everything was fine. Other than that, I think that it's a really, really great platform, and my only hope is that they open it up to other audio interfaces as well. It's extremely powerful, and I would just really love to see this. I would love to see a lot of people adopt this platform and see it grow.